Our next speaker is Adriano Varrica from Italy. He's an activist since 2007 and he is one of the initiators of the European Citizens Initiative Stop VIVISECTION. In his presentation, Adriano will present the European Citizens Initiative Stop VIVISECTION, which will end in about 2 months from now. Welcome, Adriano.
Okay. So, thank you. And first of all, I would like to thank you, the organization committee of the conference, because it's an important moment to propose our initiative and to promote it, and also to create a network with our NGOs or volunteers that want to support Stop VIVISECTION. So, first of all, probably the most important things of all my speech, it's what is a citizen initiative. Stop VIVISECTION is an European citizen initiative. It's not a petition. What is the difference? The new European treaties provide this institutional way in which European citizens can participate to the legislative process of the European Union. So it's a strongest way in which we can propose something to the European Union. If we collect 1 million of signatures in the European Union, the citizen initiative is approved and then has to be discussed between citizens and European institutions during an official and public meeting at the European Parliament with the European Commission. Then, by 3 months after the meeting, the public meeting, the European Commission has to provide a written reply in which the European Commission will explain in which way it wants to act to comply with our initiative. Okay. So we will have a written reply and public reply. The only citizen initiative already approved is the right to water. They have collected 1 million of signatures and more, and they already had an important political success because the European Commissioner Right to Water is for a public management of water, okay? And the Commissioner Barnier, the European Commissioner Barnier, has recently announced that the water will be excluded from the directive on concession. And so he has explicitly motivated that decision by telling that European initiative, European citizen has expressed is their point of view, and so the European Union has to comply with this kind of point of view. So if we will approve, if we will collect the 1 million of signatures and the Stop VIVISECTION will be approved, we will have the same political and legislative success. So this is to explain the difference and the importance of engage ourselves, commit ourselves to obtain the 1 million of signatures. Second point, in which way Stop VIVISECTION has been created. I had the idea of Stop VIVISECTION in September 2010, when I saw the reaction of many citizens to the approval of the directive on animal experiments. Many people on the net, in the network, they asked explicitly, we can't accept it, but now what we can do? And so I knew that there was this new instrument And for this reason, we launched this proposal on the net, and it had been supported by many citizens. So we decided to create and to propose this one of the first citizen initiative in Europe. The hour is the third, I think. Right to Water is the first. And we created a warrantors committee composed by 7 members and chaired by the scientist, the anti-vivisection scientist, André Menache. Our citizen initiatives have been tabled on April 2012, and we received the preliminary approval of the European Commission about stop vivisection, because there is a first check before begin to collect signature. And we obtained also the online signature system at the beginning of this year. So, what is the aim of stop vivisection? It is, I think, clear in the name of the initiative, because we want to phase out animal experiments. And for this reason, we ask to the European Union to act, to change. Who we are. So, Stop Vivisection is an horizontal campaign currently supported by more than 100 of NGO all over Europe, the European Union, and everyone can, NGO or volunteers, can help in collecting signature on paper or online, in general collecting signature, and promoting the initiative, and everyone is responsible for the final result. So we have a central committee which defines the communication guidelines, coordinates the national campaign, works to improve the synergy between the national campaigns and the several supporters and so on. And also we keep the contact with the European institution. So we have a contact point or a campaign manager in almost all the 28 European countries. And in many cases, there is an NGO that is responsible for to manage the campaign and to involve other NGOs or volunteers. And for example, this happens in Slovenia, Croatia, Slovakia, Sweden, and something like this. Our budget is completely public and transparent. Every donation is in a public register of the European Commission, and we are managing the campaign with only the European campaign with only 15,000 euros, and all these funds come from the donation of a single citizen or animal welfare NGO, and we make public also the way in which we use this donation of the citizen. So it's everything is transparent and public. Now we have currently 20,000 volunteers that are collecting signature on paper all over Europe, and more than 2,000 collecting points in Italy. As you can see in the paper, there are some countries in which we have a strong result, and other one in which no. In Italy, we have perhaps a stunning performance for the reason that the 5 most important NGO are committed in this campaign, decided to commit themselves in our campaign, and so there are also many volunteers on Italy that are working hardly on this collection of signatures. So what we have to do, it's also clear, because we have to collect the million of signatures by the 1st of November. The other condition is that we have to collect the minimum of a minimum of signature in 7 European countries. So now we have the minimum of signature in Italy, Slovenia, and Belgium. Yes. But we will have also the Spain, and I would like to thank you, Igualdad Animal, because they are really engaged in Spain, and also Bulgaria, and we think that we will have the result, the final result, also in France and Germany. But we are working on all the country, and based on our experience. Thank you. He is Flavien. He is the France and Belgium campaign manager, and she is Monique, the campaign manager in Austria, Luxembourg, and Ireland. Okay. And so we are working on all the European countries to collect the maximum of signature. Because what we have already done, we have already collected 650,000 signatures. And the counter that is public on the website doesn't take in consideration the hundreds of thousands of signatures on paper that these volunteers have already collected on paper. And so perhaps we have already the million signatures. But and this is our thing about on the basis of the statistic that we receive from the volunteers or from NGO. But and so we have many possibilities to reach the 1 million of signatures that we need. What is our target? We want to collect more than 1 million of signatures by the 1st of November for 2 important reasons. The first one is that more signatures we will collect, more signatures, more important will be our political and institutional weight of the initiative. And the second reason is that during the check by the national authorities of the signature, perhaps they can decide to not consider some signature in which there are a lack of data or something like this. So for these two reasons, we have to engage ourselves during these 47 days to work strong, to collect signature, and every single signature could be really fundamental for the campaign. And now the last part, that is what you can do. Because we have the last 47 days to collect signature on paper and online. And it is clear that for all people that are and support this issue and that daily fight for animal rights and so on, Stop Vivisection is perhaps the biggest opportunity we have in the European Union to impose our point of view to the European institution. And also the success of, possible success of the Stop Vivisection will be an incredible feedback for all the animal rights movement. We know that every NGO has different tasks, different priorities, and that is really difficult to work because the lack of financial resources, and we are all volunteers and something like this. But on the basis of our experience of this year of campaign, every NGO can help to increase the number of signatures without big effort. That is, when it decides, when an NGO decides to become supporter of Stop Vivisection, they send an email. They can send an email. You can send an email to us. We put your logo in our supporter page with the other NGO. And we ask, there are some simple action that you can do to increase the number of signatures. And that we should suggest because they are, we have seen that they are really effective. That is, the first is to sending a mailing list to our contact. Perhaps it's better twice during the next week, and to ask people to sign online and to invite their contact to sign. The problem of a campaign online is that at the beginning it's really hard to collect signature because there are not many people engaged in promote and share the link to sign online. And, but now we have not this kind of problem. Now we have the only problem that we have to do the maximum to collect the signature. The second thing that we ask to NGO is to publishing on their Facebook page and Twitter once or twice per week the invitation to sign online and share. This is a really effective action that you can do to help stop VIVISECTION. But we need, and we see it in other campaigns, for example in Bulgaria or in Spain. In Bulgaria with Bulgaria Animal Liberation and in Spain with Igualdad Animal. If they share the initiative 2 times or 3 times per week, we have a big number of signatures because people see that they are really engaged. The last thing that the 2 last thing that we ask to the NGO is to publishing a news about Stop VIVISECTION on their website. And spread the word with other NGO that could be interested in this kind of campaign. And the last one is invite all the volunteers to collect signature on paper and to spread the word through Facebook. So you can use also other kind of action or measure, everything that can help Stop VIVISECTION to collect the number of signatures we need. It's really, really important. Also, single citizen can help the campaign because you can spread the word through Facebook. There is the link on the paper that you have. That is www.stopvivisection.eu, and there is the link to sign online. It's the system of collection of signature online. It's data protected by the European Commission, and the last thing is that also single citizen or volunteers can register themselves to collect signature on paper, and so there is a page in the citizen website that is Get Moving, and when you can register, and you will have the form in every European languages, and also the information about the way in which you have to collect signature or something like this. And you have to send the signature you have collected by the 20th of October to the Central Committee that is in Italy. So the only things that I can do is we are here to promote Stop VIVISECTION. I want to underline that it is really a citizen campaign. It's an horizontal campaign. That is, if an NGO take care of Stop VIVISECTION, it represents Stop VIVISECTION, okay? And so it's the biggest opportunity we have, and we have this opportunity now for the next 47 days. So if you want if you want to stop VIVISECTION, you have to engage yourself now, and I pray you to do this. Okay, thank you. If you have questions or something like this.
Okay, so we do have time for questions or comments.
And sorry for my bad English.
Does anyone would like to comment or have a question?
Thank you for your presentation, of course. I've already signed. My question is, how do you expect the European Parliament to respond, assuming, of course, that the targets are met? You said that they will have to respond within 3 months, but will their response be meaningful? And how have they responded to previous European citizen initiatives?
So, we can't know in which way the European institution will reply. But the most important things is that they will have to reply, and they will have to take the responsibility of say no to more than 1 million of citizens. If we approve the citizen initiative, it's I don't know if exists the expression a milestone in the fight against vivisection in the European Union. Many of us, when we speak about vivisection, we say that the statistics say that the 80% of citizens are against vivisection, but we have the proof of this. Stop vivisection will be this kind of expression, of citizen expression. And also, we are very confident because it will be a success of the animal rights movement, and the first one, the first citizen initiative already approved, has had a political success. Okay, that is right to water, as I told already, and so we are very confident. And at this moment, we are not really thinking about what they will do, but we are thinking what we have to do to obtain the million of signatures, because it's sure that we can't, we will not be, if we will not be able to collect the million signatures, for them it will be really easy, okay? And so we have to do this, okay?
Okay, another question? Anyone? Yes?
But how was their reaction towards this initiative for the right of water? I mean, how did they react? Do you know any facts? You said it's like the second initiative, like a second citizen initiative, and the first one was for the right of water. And do you know exactly how they reacted? How the response was? To collect the signature, or? Yeah, towards the collection of signatures for the right of water. Yes.
I am very happy that right to water has been approved, because it's clear. But the difference with Stop Vivisection, it's the budget. They had 100,000 of euros to manage the campaign. They had the I don't know what is the expression. Sindacati del Toro? Sindacati? I don't know. The worker organization on this. And so, and they had more time than us, okay? Because they had the collection, the system of collection signature online at the end of August. Because they had a budget that allowed them to buy a system online. We had to wait for the public system provided by the European Commission. So,
was there any outcome? How did the Parliament respond?
What is the outcome? Yeah. Yes, right to water is not has not been discussed at the moment. But they already collected more than 1 million signatures, and the European Commissioner decided to put out the water to the proposal on the directive on concession due to the fact that Right Water has collected the 1 million signatures. So now, and this is the first political success they obtain. Now there will be the discussion at the European Parliament, I think in February. There will be the discussion, and then by 3 months they will have the written reply. But they have already the first this kind of important success, because with this directive they want to decide what kind of service can be managed by the private. So whether can be, and.
Another question? No? Okay. Well then, thank you, Adriano, for your talk.